everyone, my name is Kaylee and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay everybody, happy Sunday. If my voice sounds a little bit weird, it's because I'm a little bit sick. I just got back from Jamaica like 2 days ago. Y'all, I don't know why I came back home. Well actually I do, because I have to film for you guys, duh. No, but seriously though guys, the culture, oh my god, just everything over there. It is literally, it was the most amazing trip ever. When I tell you guys though, I did not sleep like at all. I literally, that's probably the reason why I'm sick. I slept a total of probably like 9 hours during that 4-day trip, because I did not sleep the whole night before I got on the plane to go there, because I didn't do any packing until last minute, of course. So unlike me though, I'm not gonna lie. And then whenever I got back home on Sunday. Funny story, whenever I got back home, it was like 3:30. I spent time unpacking and everything. I was absolutely exhausted, was feeling like shit. And the Steelers game started at 8:30, and I usually go over to my friend's house for the Steelers game. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, let me like take a little nappy nap before, you know, and it was like 6 o'clock. So I literally have a screenshot of a timer that I set for 30 minutes at 6 o'clock. I wake up and it's 7:30 and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be late. You know, I get up, I start getting my stuff together, and then I look outside and I realize that it's light out, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. I slept through to the whole next day. And the friend's house that I was supposed to be going over, they were watching my dog. So literally I had text message and calls saying like, hey, are you good? Like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, oh no. So yeah, anyways, happy Storytime Smash Sunday. I know that you guys have been asking for these to come back, and hopefully they are making a comeback. It seems like I've been a little consistent, you know, little consistency for me, you know, period. We love a consistent queen, but we're gonna knock on wood, because we know every time I say that, well, I'm not consistent afterwards. So, you know. But other than that, I'm going to bring you guys up close. There we go. Okay, so for those of you who may be new here, we're going to do my quick usual little rundown for most of the video. I'll be looking in this direction because my mirror's over here and I would like to see what I'm doing. I do tell these story times at a first person point of view, so if you don't like that, then you can leave.
There's the door. There's the door, bitch!
And these story times are sent in by anonymous people. Okay, let's get into today's story time. Plural, story times, plural. Remember how I said that we were gonna alternate headbands? Well, I forget what headband I used last time, so, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little too lazy to check. It's like too late. We're already too far into this video, even though we're like 3 minutes in. Story time about the girl who tried to replace my best friend. No, we don't do that shit over here. Okay. So a little background information. I was 16 and a sophomore in high school whenever this all happened. So I'm gonna give you guys a little background on my best friend and I, and we're gonna call my best friend Addie. Now, Addie and I, don't get me wrong, we were best friends, but our friendship had a decent amount of problems. You know, we were that on and off again friendship. That was the type of friendship that we had. 1 minute we would be fighting over the dumbest shit, and then the next you would have thought that we were sisters. There were just like a lot of insecurities within our friendship. Like, we had a little bit of trust issues, and honestly, no need to get into the whole list. Whatever issues you can think of there being in a friendship, we had those. Yep. Not even gonna sugarcoat it. So yeah, there was my best friend Addie, and then we were also close friends with these two other girls, Camille and Gia. Now, our friendship was like, Addie and I were super close, and then Gia and Camille were super close as well. But then we were all close with each other. So it was like two best friend groups within one group. Their friendship was a little bit more desirable in a way, meaning that like you would look at Addie and I and you'd be like, damn, their friendship seems like it's a fucking mess. And then you would look at Gia and Camille's friendship and you'd be like, damn, that's the type of best friend that I want. Like, they were the type where you would honestly like never know that they were fighting. They seemed like your typical movie perfect picture best friends, the ones that would be on the phone 24/7 gossiping, and yeah, you guys get the point. But I'm not gonna lie, I would get a little jealous. That was kind of cringy that I just said jelly. I would get kind of jealous whenever I would see Addie hanging out with them. Like, that would kind of feed into a little bit of the trust issues that I had, because sometimes it really felt like I was on the outside looking in. Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but like I hated that. You know, whenever there was like that group that your best friends was also best friends with low-key, and then, you know, they would kind of hang out, and then it felt like, okay, but like, what the fuck is my best friend doing without me? I mean, I guess best friends can have other friends, but it's still just like a little bit, you know, you feel left out, kind of, you know? Yeah, you get it. And if you don't, that's okay. Anyway, so the one day the four of us planned to hang out, and since Addie lived near Gia and Camille, they decided to meet up first, and then they decided that they would walk to my house together since my house was only 2 minutes away. But my thing is, since we only lived like fucking 2 minutes away from each other, I had this, you know, genius idea that I would just go and kind of surprise them and be like, hey, I'm already here, no need to come and get me, surprise bitches. So I show up like 20 minutes early, and I find them all chatting up a storm like I don't fucking exist, which made me like kind of upset because they all met up early and then just like completely like left me out. And then I overhear them all talking about buying matching outfits, and then I hear my best friend say something like, I just wish that she would be more understanding about the fact that I have other friends, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, here's my thing. Okay, cool, you have other friends. I don't have a problem with that. But the thing that I do have a problem with is the fact that you don't seem to care about your best friend. You only seem to care about these other friends that you have. Like, I'm over here busting my ass to try and make our friendship survive, like to try and nurse the shit back to health because it's already fucking almost dead. But no, I'm the one who needs to be more understanding. And then our other two friends, instead of like, cause they are our friends, you know, they're not just hers, even though they felt like they were more of hers. Instead of trying to stick up for me or something, they're like comforting her, saying some weird shit like, oh, well, you know, maybe you guys just aren't to that point in your friendship yet. You know, like it takes time for best friends to be okay with their best friends having other friends. And my thing is, if I'm being honest, I just don't think that's true, because I've always been okay with her having other friends. What I haven't been okay with was whenever she treats me like I'm just a piece of garbage whenever she meets these new friends. So whenever I heard this shit, I got pissed off and I just decided to go home. And I ghosted them for a few days. I didn't even go to school. I was like, no, fuck that shit. Like, I didn't ask them to hang out or anything. But you know what's funny? During this whole time, did my best friend reach out? No, she didn't. She didn't care. She could have gave two shits less, which hurt a lot. So she finally shows up one day to my house and she's asking me what's wrong. I tell her everything. And of course she starts with the apologies, you know. And the worst thing was, she was one of those people who knows all the right things to say to make you forget why you were even mad in the first place. So of course, instead of me like actually addressing what the fuck was wrong, I just completely, you know, forget about it. It just went out of my head. Like literally, you could have asked me and been like, oh, like, well, what were you mad about? I would have been like, what do you mean? I wasn't even mad. Nope, just like that, things were back to normal. She had like a fucking superpower for that shit. The manipulation went crazy. Anyways, so we make up, we decide to go to school together the next day, and everything had seemed like it was back to normal. But then our teacher announces that there is a new student. Obviously, there are new students all the time. We didn't think much about this. The only thing that all of us girls were hoping for was that it was a boy. Or at least I was the one who was hoping it was a boy, because all my friends had boyfriends and I felt extremely left out. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like maybe that's why Gia, Camille, and Addie were so close, because they had more things to relate about since they were in a relationship. Because, you know, we're all young, we all want to talk about our boyfriends. And then there was me who literally couldn't relate to any of that. So I don't know. Anyways, of course, it was not a boy, it was a girl. And then, you know, she introduces herself, and as she's talking, she starts saying how she wants to meet loyal friends because her friends at her other school were not so loyal, I guess. And they stabbed her in the back, which to me, that was low-key a red flag, but whatever. So then the teacher asks her where she wants to sit. What do you guys think she said? Oh yeah, she says that she wants to sit right next to me. She's like, oh, I want to sit next to that baddie And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, thank you, but at the same time, I was just already getting weird vibes from this girl. Like, really bad vibes. Anyways, so, you know, she plops down next to me and she just starts fucking talking nonstop. And then whenever she does start talking, I try to turn around and talk to my best friend, and then as soon as I would try to talk to my best friend, she would interject, telling me some random facts about some weird shit that I didn't give two fucks about. Seriously. And my bestie wasn't thrilled about this either. I mean, on the outside, it seemed like she was being super nice, but trust me, I know my best friend, and I could tell she was just hiding a lot inside. And then whenever we tried to tell her to chill, politely, we didn't say like, shut the fuck up or anything like that. What was her response? She's like, what bitches? And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost it a little bit. Like, cause who the fuck are you? So, you know, I say one thing back and then cue the fucking waterworks. This bitch starts fucking crying and I'm like, oh my God, she's one of those. She's one of those that, you know, will dish it out but can't take it back. Like, girlie, maybe you should not be talking to people like that if you cannot handle, what's that one saying? It's like, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen or something like that. I don't fucking know. I don't have time to figure out how it goes. Anyways, you guys get the point. These are like the people that really get on my nerves though. Anyway, so yeah, she starts crying and then, you know, she starts playing the victim. She was like, I was just joking, blah, 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 something, something, something. And after this, I don't know if like this girl has like a fetish with people who don't like her or what, but for some reason after this, she just like latched onto us and she found a way to wedge herself right into our friend group. Like, she made herself real comfy real quick. And we didn't know what the fuck to do, so, you know, we didn't like her, but we tolerated her, I guess you could say. Anyways, so one day we planned a sleepover at one of our houses, and we told the new girl, who, by the way, we're gonna call Cheyenne. So yeah, we told Cheyenne, hey, like, can you come at 8 or 8:30. Now the plan was we were going to go to Camille's house at 6 so that way we could get in some nice quality time without her. Some very much well needed time without her, if I'm being honest. But guess who showed up an hour and a half early? Her. Yup.
Don't be shocked.
We went into full panic mode. Now the plan was I wasn't supposed to be there until a certain time. So whenever she got there, I went and I hid behind some flower pots in the backyard, but I could still hear what they were saying because they were sitting outside. And while I'm out there, I hear her asking all sorts of like weird questions about me. And I'm just kind of like, all right, what the fuck is this bitch's fascination with me? Like, you would have thought that there was like an exam coming up about my whole life with the way that she was asking questions. Anyway, so I kind of gave up on hiding, and my best friends, they said that they thought that she was just planning something for like my birthday or something like that, because why else would she be asking so many questions? And then I kind of thought like, okay, like I like calmed down because I was like, okay, that's actually pretty nice if she is like planning something for my birthday, whatever. So yeah, I awkwardly walk in after trying to hide, and we get into our PJs, and she laughed and commented about me hiding, but thankfully she didn't make too much of a big deal about it. Because the way that she reacted in class whenever I said that shit to her, I really thought this bitch was about to fucking bring out the fucking waterworks again. Fucking destroy us like a fucking hurricane. Anyways. So, you know, we spend the rest of the night watching horror movies. And listen, I know that everybody is different, okay? But with the way that this girl was acting, you would have thought she was on something, okay? Like, not 1 ounce of her was chill or calm. No, like the whole night she's laughing, screaming, and just being super fucking hyper. Like, it was kind of annoying. Anyways, so fast forward to my birthday party. My parents planned this big party outside in our backyard and invited everyone from my class, and I was super excited to see what my best friend had planned for me. Also, I was curious as to what the new girl did because she was kind of hyping up her birthday present for the past like few weeks, you know, saying, oh my God, you're gonna love mine, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, fast forward, the party starts, And you know, I'm waiting for my best friend's surprise. And then the projector turns on, and instead of this being a surprise for my best friend, it's from the new girl. Yup. It's literally a slideshow of me and this new girl. She starts saying about how I'm her rock and blah, 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 this and that. And how she knows we've only known each other for 2 months, but I've been there for her so much that it feels like longer. And I'm not gonna lie, okay, like, I know it sounds like I'm being like super ungrateful right now, like with the way that I'm talking about this. And like at the time I was super emotional and I was super happy, you know, that she had put so much thought into that. But you guys will understand why I'm so like bratty about it right now. So, you know, I go to hug her and then I look and my best friend is fucking pissed. She walks away. She's like, fuck no. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. Not having it. So yeah, she storms off into the living room. And I was too caught up in the moment to really notice or really give a shit about it. You know, like, it's my birthday party, don't make it all about you. And then after a little bit, I'm like, oh shit. So I go to check on her. And when I finally go and check on her, she just like explodes. We get into this like massive fight, saying a bunch of insults to each other. And then she just up and leaves the party. And her and I ended up not talking for literally weeks. And I was just so confused because we've had worse things happen that we've gotten over quicker than this. You know, she's like, oh, you didn't even realize that I was upset, blah, 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 blah. You were just, you know, all happy about the new girl's present to you, da, 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 this, that, and the next. And this really didn't seem like a big deal to me. And then I find out that Cheyenne kind of sabotaged my best friend's birthday present to me. Like, it was my best friend's idea to do a slideshow and to put all those pictures and everything else. And I guess whenever she found out about the idea, she was like, oh, like, blah, 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 you know, this is good, da, 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 I'm gonna do this.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So I was pissed, okay? Like, now that I know that my best friend was super upset about this and she wasn't actually trying to make my whole party about her, my attitude completely changed towards the whole situation. So I text her pretty much confronting her, and then she calls me and she wants to clear the air. So I tell my best friends that I found out about it. So then I call Camille and Gia and tell them, and they bring Addie over my house, and Cheyenne shows up as well. And we all sit down, and Cheyenne basically admits that she hates my best friend. She hates her and she wanted to replace her. Like, there's literally no other way to put it. She's like, I did steal the whole birthday idea, but my speech was genuine. I really do feel that way about you.
Girl, shut the fuck up!
Which was like bold of her to say after she just admitted to literally stealing the whole birthday thing, but okay. And then that's whenever I tell her straight up, I'm like, listen, like, you're a crazy bitch. Like, you're literally batshit crazy. And then I started getting all sentimental, you know, I'm like, no matter how flawed my best friend and I's friendship is, nobody can replace her, blah, 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 blah. And so after this, Addie and I were able to patch things up after a couple of months. Like, it did take a while. And then as for the new girl, Cheyenne, things took a little bit longer to get back to normal with her, because I'm not gonna lie, after that, like, that bitch was crazy. Like, I really saw that bitch and I was like, no, you're a little weird. You're a little weird for that. Okay, okay. So yeah, all of us are good now. I mean, Camille and Gia, some shit ended up coming out about them. Like, they weren't actually, you know, the dreamy best friends that you thought they were, that we thought they were. They had a lot of skeletons in the closet, to say the least. And as for me, there's not really much to tell. I've kind of just been chilling. Okay, everybody, that is the end of story time number 1. Now on to story time number 2. Story time about how my mom didn't believe me. I know that's a very vague title, but yeah. Anyways, so a little background information. This all happened whenever I was around 16 or 17 years old, and it was the summer of my junior year. And listen, grab your fucking popcorn, folks, because this shit's about to get crazy. Also a little bit scary, so yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna rewind. Picture this, right? I'm 12 years old and, you know, just minding my own business, then boom. My parents' marriage just fucking collapses, okay? And you might be wondering why. Well, let me tell you why. Because my mom thought, well, she didn't think. That's just the thing. She didn't use her fucking brain. She was, okay, maybe she was thinking, but only of herself. She thought that it would be a great idea to throw her whole marriage and family away to have a little hookup with my dad's best friend. Yep, just when you think that women can't do anything wrong. Yeah, a little bit fucked up, you know. Anyway, so fast forward 2 years. Whenever I turned 14, my mom actually married this guy, so I guess it wasn't just some random little hookup, you know. Obviously, I'm not very thrilled about this new family that I had, but there was nothing I could do except for try and make his life a little bit of a living hell, you know. Giving him attitude 24/7, giving my mother attitude 24/7, you know, just hoping that that would somehow ruin their marriage. But nothing really happened until the summer of 2021. AKA whenever I turned 16. This is whenever things officially went to shit, okay? Because of everything that had been going on the past few years, my dad felt like he hadn't had a break. So he decided to take some time for himself at my grandma's beach house, which, you know, I feel like he deserved it. He was going through so much bullshit at the time. He kind of needed this. But of course, this meant that I was gonna be stuck with my mom and her new husband. My dad did promise to be back before my birthday. So now I was kind of just counting down the days until then. And you know, I thought maybe I was being low-key over dramatic because realistically, how bad could things get? Buckle the fuck up, y'all. The answer is really fucking bad. Because the moment that my stepdad realized that we were gonna be hanging out for a few months, or we're gonna be spending a few months together, I was gonna be spending a few months in that house, oh, he took this as an opportunity to be a fucking creep. Like this was his time to shine. Now, almost right away, things started getting extremely creepy. It wasn't even just like a slow, you know, incline of creepiness. No, like the first thing that started were the scary horror movies of the doorknob jiggling while I'm in the bathroom of somebody trying to get in.
They gon' get me!
And this definitely was not just like oh, he thought that nobody was in the bathroom, so he tried to come in. Nope, 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 think again. This was I'm trying to accidentally walk in on my stepdaughter. Disgusting. Because this had never happened before he found out that I was spending a few months with them. Coincidence? I think not. Not only that, but like literally creeping into my room at night. And then of course there was the sitting extremely close to me during family movie nights. Like uncomfortably close, you know, there was a whole sectional. Oh, and y'all won't believe this one, or maybe you will. Then started the text messages of, hey sexy.
Oh, hell no.
Like what the fuck? Yep, hey sexy. Who the fuck says that to their stepdaughter? A fucking weirdo, that's who. Oh yeah, so then, you know, the oh you're so beautiful text messages start. And then he started sending me pictures of him at the gym, and he was like, I took these pictures for your mom. Like, did you really know? Be so fucking for real. So this is whenever I decide to start spending a lot of time in my room, understandably. Now here's where this really starts to turn into like a horror movie, okay? It's June 17th, just a couple of weeks before my dad is supposed to get home. And you know, I'm just chilling in my bedroom, laying upside down on my bed, on my phone, when I hear the doorknob start to twist. And usually I would lock my bedroom door, but I guess I forgot. Not only would I lock my bedroom door, but usually I wasn't laying upside down on my bed, and I would usually have time to go and hurry up and lock it real quick. So I hurry up and I get up, but by that time he's already standing in my doorway with like this creepy ass fucking demonic look on his face. And before I know it, this grown ass fucking man has just ran over and jumped on top of me. Yep, just jumps on top of me. Now, obviously, I am beyond fucking terrified, okay? Not only was he on top of me, but he was whispering all this shit to me about how he didn't want to be married to my mom and how he would treat me like a princess. this, that, and the next. And it's like, bro, let's be so for real now. You're like fucking 40, okay? And you're a like, let's be so fucking for real. But yeah, he was like, I would spoil you, this, that, and the next. Well, thankfully, my adrenaline finally took over. It was about fucking time. And I was able to push him off of me. And plot twist, I actually keep a baseball bat next to my bed. And I grabbed the baseball bat that I keep next to my bed. And I know you guys are like, well, why the fuck do you keep a baseball bat right next to your bed? Because my bedroom is on the first floor and I have a window and you never fucking know. Like, everybody should have a baseball bat besides their bed. Like, what the fuck? Leave me the hell alone. Anyways, so I grab it and I'm ready for round 2. Like, I'm ready to start swinging. And then this man has the fucking nerve to yell at me, threatening to kick me out of my house. So while he thinks that he's giving me some fucking lecture, I'm like, yeah, fuck this shit. Peace, gotta go. Sprint my ass to the fucking bathroom, shut that door, and lock it. So this is whenever I decide to call my mom, you know, get some maternal support and tell her that her fucking husband is a But do you want to know what this bitch says? I don't even think you want to know. I don't think you want to know, but I'm gonna tell you what she says. She goes and she's like, he would never do that. You need to not call me with this bullshit again.
Oh my God! Wow!
I literally wanted to fucking smash my phone against her head. Like, did you not just listen whenever I tried to tell you that your man, like, okay, clearly you didn't, so whatever. Now, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, I hear very loud banging against the door. Like, it sounds like this man is about to break the fucking door down. And I'm like, oh fuck, if he actually gets in here, I'm done for. Who knows what the fuck is gonna happen to me? Who knows? Dunzo. I'm gone. Dead. Like, fuck. Well, he scared me so badly that I literally fainted on the bathroom floor. Yeah, like literally like passed the fuck out with my fucking baseball bat still gripped as tightly as possible. So, you know, I wake up literally only a few minutes later, and as soon as I wake up, things had escalated to a whole fucking nother level. Yup, because why would they have calmed down? Anyways, I end up peeking out of the bathroom because it sounded like it was super quiet. And what do I see? It was like he was trying to creep me out. Bro was sniffing my fucking underwear.
Why are you weird? Why are you this way?
My underwear. Just, you would have thought I had lines in my underwear. Like, be so fucking for real. So yeah, I'm like about to fucking puke. The second that he sees me, he charges towards me again. And I'm not gonna lie, like, my fucking reflexes that day were on and popping, okay? Because before I could even think, my fucking leg just flew up and kicked him right in the fucking nuts. Thank God. And as soon as I did that, he looked like he was about to puke. Like, he literally went like, and I'm like, huh? Stupid. So yeah, I run out of the house, baseball bat still in my hand. I run right over to my friend's place. Thank God for my best friend's mom, because she went into straight mama bear mode. Like, I show up there, I'm ugly crying, explaining all the fucking shit. So, you know, she packs us all into the fucking car and she was ready. Like, my friend's mom stormed in that fucking house and you would have thought we were on a fucking reality TV show, because she started going fucking crazy, as she should. As she should. The fuck? So yeah, she starts cussing my stepdad out, telling him that he's a fucking weirdo. And then of course my piece of shit mom gets there and she's defending him still. Like, she literally starts calling me attention seeking, and she's like, you're making this all up, blah, 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 blah. And then guess what she says? Guess what my own mother says about me? She goes, well, don't act like you weren't asking for it, because with the way that you dress, any man would blah, 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 blah. Yeah, my own fucking mother. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, let's calm down with this whole victim blaming shit. Please and thank you. Well, just when you think that things can't get worse, what does my stepdad do? He slaps my best friend's mom across the face. Oh yeah, he does. Uh-huh. And my friend and I are standing there like, bro, is this really fucking happening right now? Like, what the fuck is going on? So then my friend and I, it's literally taking everything in us to try and hold her brother back from killing my stepdad. And then finally, after things had calmed down a teeny tiny bit, my stepdad starts talking about how I'm a liar, a drama queen, this, that, and the next, you name it. Just everything your usual pedophile would probably say. And then she goes, I don't know why you think I would just throw my relationship away for you. And at this point, I like have this bat in my hand and I feel myself about to do some shit to her. But then you know what? Thankfully, I snap out of it and I realize that she's a piece of shit and I should not waste my energy on her. So I pack my bags and the next day I stay with my friend until my dad comes and gets me the next day. And obviously, you know, we went to the police with this. You know, I had all the text messages from my stepdad and everything like that and the marks on me. And on July 3rd, my dad finally got custody of me and my mom, of course. I haven't spoken to her. And it's gonna stay that way. And then my stepdad, he got 3 years in prison. Not only for the shit with me, but also the shit with my best friend's mom. After this though, I did take self-defense classes because yeah, like my adrenaline, you know, it's doing its job or whatever, but I realized how much I actually would need to know how to get out of a situation like this if this were to happen again. As for me, I'm doing way better than I was before, obviously. Does it still affect me? Yeah, it does, but things actually in my life right now are going really well. And to my stepdad, ew, and my mom, fuck you guys. Okay, everyone, that is the end of today's Storytime Smash Sunday. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, maybe hit the subscribe button down below. And if you want to know whenever I post my next video, make sure to click that bell. And if you want to send in your anonymous storytime or you want to know how to send in your anonymous storytime, make sure to click the links down below in the description. But other than that, I will see you guys next time with a new storytime.